Hey, what's going on, everybody? Reactceptionist here again. Today we're looking at Corey Feldman is a Fraud by the Justin Hawkins Rides Again channel. Justin Hawkins is best known as the lead singer for the band The Darkness, but he is also a YouTube personality and reactor. That's actually how I know him. I've watched, I'd say, a fair number of his videos. Usually interesting. He has a interesting take as a, industry insider. The guy's seen some shit, and he's got a decent perspective. So let's see what he has to say about Corey Feldman being a fraud.
Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. I'm going to carefully grasp my guitar. Today I'm talking about Corey Feldman. I mean, we all know who Corey Feldman is. I mean, a former child star, a troubled individual. I think there's a lot of stories about his life that are really quite upsetting. But he's doing music now, and I know a few people that have attended his shows, and they've always got these incredible stories to tell about how calamitous and catastrophic these things are. So I'm going to have a little look and see if this man is for real or if it's all an act, because I've got a slight suspicion that this is some kind of what's the word? It's like method acting, I suppose. I wouldn't put it past him. He's a talented.
That's an interesting theory that Corey Feldman is, kind of faking these Spinal Tap moments on stage for attention. He has been doing music for quite a while. And he's had various gimmicks. He had Corey Feldman and the Angels, which were basically supermodels for his backing band. And then it seems like the last tour or two, anything you've heard about Corey Feldman live is that it's just like a full-on disaster. Technical difficulties, him screaming at the sound guy, the video projector not working correctly, musicians are, messing up, whatever. And so this is an interesting theory that maybe he's not actually that inept, and that, this is just kind of like a way to break through in internet world.
Guy, but some of this footage is mind-boggling. It really is. Justin Hawkins rides again. I have covered the notorious Corey Feldman on this channel before.
That's a Justin Hawkins. It's kind of like his calling card that he always does his guitar intro, sing along. Basically, it's his own theme music that he performs, which, it's fine.
Reacting to one of his sort of somewhat bizarre television performances. We all laugh at him.
Yeah, that was the Angels.
Him thinking, how could someone be so oblivious to what some people would describe as embarrassing behaviour? But more recently, with every kind of new piece of footage that emerges, I start to think, how can so many things go wrong so often for one person? It has to be on purpose, and maybe it is. And so I'm going to have a little look at a small collection of recent videos of him to analyse whether this is fantastic performance art or if he really is just, like that. By the way, tickets for my live Justin Hawkins Rides Again for the first time UK tour are now on sale, along with the VIP meet and greet tickets too. A few of these shows and the meet and greets are already sold out, so you mustn't.
Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. That is a sick t-shirt.
Mustn't hesitate if you want to come. There's a link in the description to get tickets. I'm going to watch this collection of Corey.
I think that's where they go to Fort Lauderdale for spring break, and hijinks ensue. I think maybe they're going for like a national gathering of the Lambda 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 chapter, and I don't really remember the full plot of the movie. I do remember that Booger meets basically a mentor who is like this older Asian guy who is more kind of bodily fluid disgusting than Booger was. Anyways, I wouldn't be making such topical references, but I'm just really impressed with the shirt.
Feldman clips. Before I do that, there's an anecdotal one. I saw one which I haven't been able to find footage of. A friend of mine sent it to me. He had some kind of video wall behind him when he was performing, and I think for whatever reason, something buggy occurred with the visuals, and then there was like it was a Microsoft desktop on his video wall, and then a pointer, and people were cheering as whoever it was that was operating it was trying to find the right place to put the pointer. I mean, I can't fathom it being real. You know, it just can't be real. So anyway, let's watch a bit of Corey Feldman in action, and perhaps we can determine whether this is performance art or calamitous nonsense.
This might be a show open.
Oh, sad that it backfires.
It's always cool to see the American flag there. I mean, I don't know. I just that kind of what is that called? Jingoism, I think. I mean, it's just not something that I would ever contemplate, really. I mean, I can't imagine putting a Union Jack or the you know the England flag up. I just what's that going to do? It's only going to alienate a certain section of the audience. It's just so funny to see it there, looking.
Well, perhaps if his theory is correct that Corey Feldman is actually trolling the audience and the internet through, you know, this inept technical, disasters, then why wouldn't he add, you know, an American flag or other various, you know, symbols, just to kind of like, you know what I mean, just pile on in terms of troll bait.
Looking all majestic, and
I mean, it's funny that, you know, this guy is British, I'm assuming, maybe from New Zealand, I'm not sure, but it's just funny to watch a foreigner, you know, try and process, you know, American weirdness.
well, actually looking a bit limp, unfortunately, but let's watch what happens. And that is a really cool move. Actually, Hasselhoff-esque in its execution, really brilliant. It does remind me a little bit of when David Hasselhoff single-handedly brought down the Berlin Wall. He had his back to the audience for the first part of that performance, with a sort of a studded eagle motif emblazoned across it, and he was doing this kind of stuff.
I mean, who's more American than David Hasselhoff? And fun fact, I want to say it's Germany, but it might be like Belgium. Like David Hasselhoff is far more famous in this particular country, European country, than for being a stage performer, a singer. He was in some musicals. He's basically a superstar over there, and the acting, you know, Knight Rider and Baywatch, all that kind of stuff is secondary. Like, he's basically a live performing legend.
So I'm already sympathetic to the Corey Feldman cause. I mean, he's doing Hasselhoff, and as you know,
What?
I'm in.
Yes. Clearly.
I'm just gonna have him really close to me now. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really good, that bit. Don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's pretty cool.
I like it.
I might actually try something like that.
Pretty badass, really.
He always does this. Like, everything I've seen of him is like, it's him complaining to somebody that he's employed to, you know, to enhance his show. On this occasion, he's complaining because the lights are, you know, not befitting of the drama that he's trying to sort of embody with that special dance move.
Oh my God!
I'd get it. I mean, it's not going the way he wants, but it's so funny that instead of like having a whisper in a tech's ear to try and get a message to the lighting guy, he's just yelling it down the microphone. Now this is a seasoned. Well, you could describe him as a triple threat. He can dance, he can sing, he can act, and he can play a bit of guitar as well. So the quadruple threat. For somebody who's been in show business for that long, to try and sell us the idea that he's not aware that it's the wrong thing to do to shout down the microphone to complain to your lighting guy, it's just preposterous to me. I mean, this is hilarious and brilliant.
I mean, he makes a great point, you know. It's not like, you know, Corey Feldman just, you know, started performing like 3 weeks ago. Like, the dude has been doing it for, you know, 40 years at least. You know, I think he knows his way around a stage and, you know, etiquette, yada, yada. And it is brilliant. And it's brilliant for a couple of reasons. One is, you know, if you're going to become a spectacle, the best way to do it is to, you know, if you're going to get aggressive, like, yelling at the tech people is kind of brilliant because you're not like engaging the audience, you know. Take someone like Brian Jonestown Massacre, you know, they're known for these meltdowns and these, like, you know, fights and whatever. And the problem with that is that people start coming to the show to see, you know, if you're going to have a meltdown, and because he reacts to the audience and will go off on the audience, that's basically just encouraging trolls to show up and, like, you know, start yelling stuff and see if they can, like, derail him, Anton, to, you know, engage with them. And so, you know, by yelling at the tech people instead of the audience, you're kind of like cutting out the troll aspect of it. You still have the performance art. It's super funny and probably pretty easy to sell. And also, like, you're not antagonizing the audience. You know, it's more kind of like maybe Trent Reznor in 9 Inch Nails. Like, I saw those guys on the Downward Spiral tour, and that tour, like, basically all of the press coverage was of Trent Reznor destroying, you know, instruments, completely, like, antagonizing his band. And so, you know, he was, like, throwing, like, full, like, Nalgene bottles at the guitar player and bouncing it off his head, and, like, launching, like, these, you know, super nice synthesizers into the drummer while they were playing. He shoved the guitarist, like, off the stage, and, like, his guitar came unplugged, and he, you know, he didn't even see it coming. And they must have got, like, extra hazard pay for that whole tour because, like, he was just going crazy. But it's the same idea, you know, what, like, when they would talk to him about it in interviews, Trent Reznor would just be like, I just hear him make a mistake and I just get so mad and I just, you know, whatever. And he, like, just destroyed, like, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of gear that tour. And that was kind of the story. But, you know, so you got these three ideas. You got Brian Jonestown Massacre, who, you know, the audience derails them and they take it out on the audience, creating this feedback loop of, like, people showing up to antagonize them in hopes of seeing this, you know, circus on stage. It's brilliant. Like, if you're going to have that kind of shtick, yelling at the sound tech people is brilliant.
But it's acting. You know what I mean?
Let's go back.
I love it when he gets it wrong as well. Preposterous to me. I mean, this is hilarious and brilliant, but it's acting. You know what I mean?
There he punches the skin.
I love it when he gets it wrong as well. It's fucking brilliant. This is so well observed. I mean, it's genius, is what it is.
Again,
It's true.
he's back into it.
If you can hear me, please turn down the house lights.
I mean, there is an argument that he might just be sort of so fired up with the adrenaline of this performance that he just wants it to be right, and he'll stop at nothing to make sure that it becomes right.
I mean, even if that's true, like, he just has problems with, like, getting good help, it's still interesting as a performance, It's obviously overshadowed the music. Like, that's literally all anybody talked about when he was on tour. You would just see tons and tons of video of, like, him melting down on stage.
No matter who he has to reprimand over the microphone.
What he's doing is so funny. They
Corey Feldman has had enough of your bullshit, sound guy, lighting tech.
can't bear to turn the house lights down. They want to see it.
But he always gets right back into dance mode. Yeah.
He does. That's pretty cool the way he does that.
Such a pro.
He is a pro.
Anyway,
He
thanks.
goes viral all the time.
I mean, I honestly feel like to garner this kind of reaction, I'm talking about the people who are, showing this footage and discussing it and laughing at it and laughing at him. I don't know whether they realise that they're laughing with him. This is his joke. It's not their joke. He's the commander of this. I really believe it. I mean, but it's just so consistently excruciating.
Yeah, I mean, you could see maybe the first, like, 2 or 3 shows of the tour having, these technical issues that needed to be worked out. But, it was pretty much like every show.
I mean, it's Spinal Tap. It's fucking brilliant.
There you go.
This looks like older footage, and it's recorded on what they used to call a potato phone, probably a Nokia 3310, whatever it was.
That is
But this is the
certainly
period
potato
when he was
quality.
very, very Michael Jackson influenced, I think. I mean, I've done that myself. I've knocked a microphone on my teeth before. When you're using an SM58, that's quite a robust shield around the capsule. And it
chipped
will
a tooth.
chip your tooth.
That totally happened to me. I chipped a tooth. I want to say it was Brandon Carlisle of Teenage Bottle Rocket. Like, I was playing bass with this punk band in Wyoming. We played in Laramie, where he came to the show, and him and some other dude started kind of moshing around, and they hit the mic stand, boom, right into the teeth. Chipped one of my bottom teeth. So thanks for that, Brandon.
I mean, I've done that myself. I've knocked a microphone on my teeth before. When you're using an SM58, that's quite a robust shield around the capsule. And it will chip your tooth. I mean, I've never had a tooth fall out, but it's only a matter of time.
I'm trying to fix it, but I smashed myself in the face and my tooth came out.
See, I think this might be legit, this bit. Can you imagine dedicating your life to this project and stuff like this happening day in, day out? It's quite funny how he does the Corey Feldman and the Angels. That's quite an antiquated approach to building an ensemble around you that consists only of beautiful women who are dressed up as angels. It shouldn't be allowed. just shouldn't be allowed. And then you hear stories about what the regime is that they're expected to sort of live under in order to be part of this musical odyssey.
That's true. I've definitely read, about some ex-angels that were just I think they were forced to be vegan. They basically were treated like, supermodels, and very strict requirements on like dress and, what they could eat, how they exercised, all kinds of stuff. And it sounded like pretty abusive from what I was seeing, and I don't think he does the angels anymore. I think maybe he was married to one of them and they got divorced recently. And I think that's where a lot of the, leaking of the, behind the scenes, difficulties came from. But anyways, so now I don't think he has the angels anymore. He just kind of has like a regular band, and it seemed to switch from, they had a mishaps on occasion as the angels, but really it was like subsequent tours where like all you heard about was like these, meltdowns on stage.
But then a large portion of the show is spent looking around on the floor for one of his teeth. It's fucking great. I mean, this is one of the performers that I've been dying to see for a while now. I'd love
Yeah, it's like Andy Kaufman level.
to go and see a Corey Feldman show. If anyone has tickets, hit me up and I'll get on a fucking plane and come and see this.
I mean, there is just the possibility that, he's terrible and he sucks. Like, no one ever really talks about the music. I don't mind it, from what I've heard. Like, I would like to see him, and, but this whole idea of it being performance art is very intriguing and entertaining to think about.
It's because it's unmissably brilliant.
He does. No, he has the worst staff.
My guitar's not working. What's going on?
Watch someone while his back is turned.
It's not plugged in.
It's the other guitar player that's recognised the issue and just plugged it in. I mean, that's a pretty short cable for a gig like this, especially when you're an animated performer, as Corey Feldman clearly is.
Oh, now it's playing.
Oh, he's back.
Thanks. Shakes his head.
Oh, so he thinks the sound guy just had it down?
Yeah.
It's just so brilliant. Now, this is the one that I've seen the most recently, and I think it's fucking
These
wonderful.
guys-
The way
These guys filming this on their potato phones, offering full commentary.
he's unassumingly getting ready to perform. I think it's that song from Cry from the Lost Boys, appropriately. And then he walks up to the microphone and misjudges the distance between him and the... I mean, it's his kinesthetic awareness, which we know he has in abundance because he's actually a very good dancer. So the idea that this is an accident just doesn't hold any water for me. And yet it's fucking brilliant. It is so well done. It's brilliant slapstick. It's kind of... There's an Italian actor called Roberto Benigni, who
Benigni?
portrayed the son of Inspector Clouseau. And I think like the sort of physical comedy that Corey Feldman's capable of is Benigni. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Use the comment section to educate me. I really think that this is like elite level comedic acting.
As an American, I would probably refer to, Chevy Chase or, what the hell, Jack Tripper. I can't remember the actor who played Jack Tripper. Masters of physical comedy.
And the reason why I'm convinced that it's fake is because his lips are pursed to protect his teeth from that moment. You know, he's not going up there to go ooh. He's going up there because he knows he's going to walk straight into the microphone. Instinctively grabs it on the way back out, which shows you that he knows where it is. It's genius, and it's so funny, and it's so good.
Here he comes, come back kingdom. Here he comes, come back.
I mean, he could just be like high as fuck on heroin or something too, but I don't know. I think Justin Hawkins is starting to convince me that this is all performance. Yes.
I mean, to come out on stage and immediately reprimand the keyboard player or whoever it is, he's pointing accusingly at one of the musicians there.
Start over.
And asking him to start it again. I mean, we've all been there, but I mean, the first song, come on, guys.
I don't have the track coming through my mind, though.
It's middle of the day. It's probably Riot Fest or something.
It's impossible to imagine that it isn't fake, as it were. I think it's just a brilliant piece of performance art. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, I'm just loath to imagine that this stuff is just happening to him. I think he's making it happen. I think he's doing an amazing job. It's really, really impressive. And I would love to go and see a show. So, yeah, tell me what you think. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, join my mailing list, and visit the link which is in the description to tickets for my live Justin Hawkins.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think he's making a good case, and you know, once you kind of start watching this Corey Feldman footage through this lens, it's really hard to not see it as performance art. But I clearly remember, you know, just kind of being online and seeing videos day after day of like, you know, these just like moments on stage, and it's hilarious. And they totally went viral. Just like while he was on tour, it was just like every day you would see, you know, so, I mean, you know, it's Corey Feldman. Like, he's been famous since, like, longer than most of the people in the audience at these shows have even been alive. He's probably bored, you know. This is hilarious. Keeps him in the news. You know, and maybe he has a healthy enough ego that he can, like, play this joke and basically know that when people are laughing at him, he's laughing at them because they think it's real. It would take a healthy ego, or just maybe being a narcissist, and, you know, as long as they're talking about you, whatever. Anyhow, great video. You should definitely check out Justin Hawkins Rides Again. It's a great channel. I highly recommend it, and I think that'll do it. I'm out.